All right, guys, I'm going to try to get through this video as quick as possible. One of the questions that I get asked a lot of is, how come I don't use any other kind of equipment when I'm investigating? Like a REM pod, K2 meter, EMF detector, and whatever else. It's simple. I don't trust that equipment. It doesn't tell me anything. Sure, I get a reading or some piece of equipment might make a sound or whatever, but it doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me why it's going off. It's just, it's going off or I'm getting a reading. That's it. That's all I'm getting out of it. Now, a lot of investigators, and it kind of drives me nuts that they do this. It's good that they do this, but at the same time, it kind of drives me nuts, is that they will try to validate that, we'll use the REM pod for an example. REM pod goes off, and it's a ghost. Must be a ghost. Hey, if that's you, can you back away from it? Make that stop? And then it happens. Okay, now they're trying to validate what they believe is to be a spirit of some kind. And then, if that's you, can you now come forward and set that off? And then it'll go off. And immediately that's validation. That's got to be a ghost. It happened on demand. That's not validation. Nowhere near the ballpark of validation. I'm not going to go completely into that whole scenario, but what I wanted to do was revisit a video that I've had up for quite some time. Now, this video was either filmed in 2017 or 2018. This is Hales Bar Dam, second floor, building 2. We have 2 devices that are going off. One is the REM pod, one is something else. I don't remember what it is. Basically, they both read the same thing. Now, to the right of the screen, thermal imager. To the left of the screen, night vision camera. I'm going to play this. I know a lot of people want a thermal camera. One if you'd like, but don't expect to get any more. Don't expect to get more evidence by having one. I have yet to capture anything on the thermal camera.
Oh yeah, nothing on thermal though.
I am taking pictures.
Yeah, well,
nothing in the pictures.
You're probably gonna get like
nothing.
Mist or something in your pictures.
There's a logical explanation
I can see
as to
it's
why
misty as hell up here.
this stuff is going on. It's simple. Now, we did treat it as if something was setting it off, just in case. Now, we're not too far from a highway, and we're literally right on the Tennessee River. You guys wouldn't believe
Can you do that again,
how far something can be
please?
and still set off our equipment.
That just lets us know that
A
someone's
quarter
here
mile
with
away
us.
from this location, there's a highway. A lot of semi-trucks traveling
Thank you.
on a highway.
That's awesome.
They use their CB radios. But that
Can
night,
you do it one more time just so we
there
know
was
for
a
sure?
boat that ended up breaking down. And they had to use the marine radio to call in to the marina.
So, can I ask you
To
just
get
a
a
couple
tow.
questions? I got a device over there that's got lights. If you,
As that was
get
happening,
close to it and talk,
those
you'll be able to
devices
hear
were
you.
going off.
So, my name is Jill. I'm here with
And
a bunch of friends. You know
that boat
Jeff, you know Vicky.
was about a half a
I
mile.
don't remember this guy's
from where
name,
we
but
were.
that's okay. I
So
remember
he
that.
radioed in.
So,
It took seconds
what is your name?
for our equipment to pick up on it, go off, and again, seconds
So,
when the guy who was
we can't really
got to
see
do
you.
the tows for the boats
So, are you?
hit back on the marina radio.
Is there a way
So what's
that you
happening
can
here,
materialize so that we can see you?
natural, man-made. It's not a ghost. I'll let this play a little longer.
How many spirits
Now,
are
this
here with
happens-
us?
This happens not all the time, but it happens enough with REM pods and other devices.
So just to
Again,
confirm that you're here.
Hales is
can you
really
make
close
that light up
to
again?
the highway. Also marine radios. We're at a marina. And that's what's setting this off. Now, the other
Can you write
thing,
it up for me,
too,
please, just one
is
more
in the
time?
tunnels of Hales. In the middle of the tunnels branch off. And in a certain part of the tunnel, you will always get a K2 hit, you always get an EMF hit,
If you
REM
line it
pods
up one
will
more
always
time, I
go
won't ask
off.
you to do it no more.
and that's because
I
there's
promise.
an electrical line underground that is running into the mechanic shop
It's just to
that
let
is
us know that you're still
right
here
there
with us.
where the tunnels split. And every time people come in and I say, hey, look, guys, your K2 meters and your EMF detectors, they're all going to go off right here because of this electrical line. Well, magically, all of a sudden,
Not you, Jeff?
somebody in that group is a psychic, calling this one spot a portal because devices are going off.
I think it was trying to go off.
And then I got to remind them, guys, there's an electrical line.
I
That's
heard it.
why it's going off. Like, it's going to go off all night. It's never going to stop.
Thank
It's
you.
never going to end. But I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a portal.
We wouldn't have
It's
to
a portal. All the devices are going off.
just had other
It must be a
people.
portal. And a psychic or
That's
medium or
fine. We
whatever.
won't ask you to turn
Says
it
it's
on
a
no more.
portal.
If you
so
want
that's
to,
what it
that's
has
fine,
to
but we won't ask you no more.
be. That drives me nuts.
Sure do, thank
So,
you.
anyhow, I just want
what
to kind of
is,
show
your
this.
favorite thing
Guys,
to do?
there's a lot of things, so many things that can set our devices off. I mean, believe it or not, ground radiation, like fog and other
Oh,
things, they can
right.
set our devices off. They can mess with our devices. They can mess with our batteries.
Are you behind them now?
If there's an EMF hit, that
Back
EMF
in
could have
here.
originated
Yeah, I just heard.
I heard
yards
that.
beyond
Those
yards
that
away
played
from
it
where you're
later behind
investigating.
me and Jeff.
You know, when we're inside, we can't monitor what's going on outside.
Alright,
We
well,
can't
cool.
monitor the
Well,
power
that'd be
lines to
awesome.
see if there was a spike
We
within
can
the
have
power lines
conversations so,
or anything like that.
one of the things I like to do
You know,
is
the
I like
purpose
to
of this
make
video is
music.
to show
I
that,
play
you
guitar and I
know,
can play other
don't
instruments.
trust this equipment. I'm not saying
How about
don't
you?
use it.
Do you like to play instruments, or is there something else you're interested in that you like to do?